Disclaimer: I am not a therapist. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a life coach. I am simply a person who wants to help expand the minds of others. Now, with that being said, please enjoy the video. A long time ago, I think I told this story where I was going through something and my addiction got so bad. And when people listen, you could be addicted to anything. You could be addicted to food. You could be addicted to anything. So when people are like, "Oh, you can be addicted to weed," it depends on what are you using it for. And for me, I needed to go to sleep, and I just wanted to numb everything that I was going through. So it turned into me smoking one blunt. Well, it turned into my last relationship. We used to smoke together, but then when that ended, it turned into me smoking one blunt, and then two, and then three. But then it would get worse because I would light up as soon as I got off of work. So now I'm smoking and driving. By the time I got to my destination, I was already high. I knew it was a problem because I would need it to go to sleep. Um, and I would be smoking weed like it was cigarettes. Like I would watch an episode of my favorite show, take one blunt down, light it up again, take another blunt down. It was like I was smoking heavy. And there's nothing, PSA, there's nothing wrong with a little tree. But when you are using it to numb yourself out because you don't want to feel anymore, you don't want to feel. I want us to get used to touching ourselves too. Get out your head, don't be nasty. But to numb yourself, and then that's when it becomes a problem. Especially when I was that person that was like, oh, I could stop when I want to. I never used to tell people that out loud, but I used to tell myself, like, girl, you ain't addicted to nothing. You can stop when you want to, until I actually needed that thing to get to sleep. I needed that thing. I never smoked before work because I cut hair, so I need clarity. That's one thing I will say that I wouldn't do. I wouldn't smoke before work because I needed to make sure I was on my stuff. I can't really I don't know how people do that kind of work like that. And people will say all the time, like, girl, I feel all the time I'll smoke and do my job. Y'all good for y'all, because I would mess up some hair because I can't. And it needs to be a certain a vibe that I have. You know, when I am smoking, I like a different, setup or whatever. But if it's too much going on, it's just gonna mess the high up anyway. Especially in a work setting, like stuff be pissing you off. So it's like, what's the point? I guess people be doing it for anxiety and stuff like that, but like, I don't know. But yeah, I just kind of knew that like my addiction was more so like escapism. And once I noticed that, like, okay, here's the thing too. And me on my journey with Christ and just getting to know God more, God, even with drinking too, like I would drink to get drunk, not drink to have a good time, to socialize. It would be like if they call me for drinks, I'm not here to just no kitty stuff. I'm shot this that. I remember my drinking got so bad, I used to end up under tables, not remember what happened. Doing stuff that I don't remember what happened, apologizing in the morning because like I got a little too crazy. And it's crazy because the people that was around me, they never pressured me to do it. It was me because I was in pain. So they're like, oh, slow down, or we got all night, or we got this. And I was just like, no, I don't. And then I couldn't even enjoy the night because they picking me up off the floor. You have a problem. And it wasn't like I was drinking all the time. It's just like, but when I did get with people, I would drink to get drunk as hell. And I was trying to escape the relationship I was in. I was trying to escape the pain that I was in. The thoughts, the nasty thoughts that I would have by myself. I would try to escape that. And now, like I said, I still drink a little wine here and there, but we're not drinking to get drunk. We're not drinking to get fully intoxicated. We can have a drink with our meal and be okay. But it took me a very long time to get here because not only was I smoking since I was 17, as soon as I hit 21, I wasn't an early drinker, but as soon as I hit 21, it was over. I was the friend to call for drinks. I was the friend to call if you wanted to smoke. I was like, what we doing? I was the what we doing friend. And other people probably was doing it because they wanted to go out singing. But for me, I was like, no, I'm tired of my life. I hate my life. I hate everything about my life. I hate it here. And on the outside, you wouldn't tell because I'm like, yeah, let's party, let's have a good time, and hide all of the bullshit that I was going through. But it would slip out, it would come out. When you're drunk, you speak a sober mind, so stuff will come out. I remember giving myself alcohol poisoning at my grandfather's funeral because I didn't want to see him in the casket because he looked like my mom. So just a bunch of trauma and having to lie to my grandmother to say, like, I got a stomach virus, throwing up, dead type. It's just stuff that God will put me through. And then my sister thought she was going to have to admit me because I had a whole breakdown. And my breakdowns, I solely blame myself because I knew that I was supposed to let go. I knew that I was supposed to fix myself, and I didn't want to. I wanted somebody else to come and do it. I wanted somebody else to make me feel good. I wanted somebody else. And when they couldn't do that, then I was just, I don't know. But I said that to say this. Anybody who is struggling with any type of addiction, look at me. I still struggle every day. If you want some tips on, because everybody around me vape. At my job, everybody be vaping and nicotine. And I just, every time I'm around something, I just like, God, Lord, please give me their strength. Because I still like the smell of it. I like the smell of a vape pen, depending on the flavor. And then I also get a craving, not for the feeling of being high, because I wanted that feeling to go to sleep. I wanted that feeling to be numb. But the feeling of pulling the blunt and actually exhaling, I think that's what I missed. And I don't think crying, people be like, why the hell is she crying over because she can't smoke weed? It used to help me, but it also harmed me. So not everybody has an addictive personality. Not so they can smoke and still function and do whatever they need to do. And not everybody's going through some shit. So people that smoke, they smoke because it's a record. This is what we do. I'm not going through no trauma. Well, I'm not saying people don't go through stuff. That they're not going through no heavy stuff to have escapism like that. So I was using the nicotine pens and because when you're smoking what is it? A vape pen that has nicotine in it, it gives you a feeling. You get a feeling from it. You get it all up in your head. It gives you a certain feeling, and I needed that feeling. I would be pulling the pin at work. Now that's what I did do. I would pull a pin in the bathroom, or I would like go outside and vape until I got sick. And it's crazy because God will always make me sick. He will always make me sick first before he delivered me from something. Because I remember almost throwing up, pulling the vape pen, almost had to put my car, almost threw up. And that's why I was like, okay. Even with alcohol, I started to get very sick. And not yet typical hangover. It was a really, 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 really bad hangover. Where it's like, no, this is something else. And also, when you're dealing with high blood pressure and sugar, you gotta kind of. So a lot of health things slowed me down, thank God. But some people don't deal with that. Some people don't deal with having to have those issues of their health slowing them down. Sometimes they catch it, it's too late. You know, some people keep drinking until they, other big things happen. But like I said, I do recreational drinking. I really don't drink like I used to anymore. And just constantly asking God every day, please help me with my temptation. Please. Not one of those things where, what is it? It's not one of those things where I don't deal with it. Like I wake up like, oh, I'm delivered. No, I wake up like, oh, this is hard. One stressful day, one thing can trigger me to be like, I just want a blunt. I just want to smoke. I do. But I know how far I came. It's probably about 2 years. But I still struggle bad. So if you are struggling with cocaine, heroin, whatever addiction, anything stronger, because I know it's hard to win yourself over that stuff. But if you are doing things to numb yourself out, try your best to find things to fill your day up. And I hate to use the word distract, but make it a lifestyle of knowing that, like, okay, if I can't smoke, we're going to go to the gym. We're going to try to, like, close our eyes and breathe. In that moment, pray. Ask God to get that off of you, that feeling off of you. It's not going to go away like that. Because I also struggle with me being celibate. And at that time of the month will come where I'm ovulating and I'm like, I just want somebody to put me through a mattress. And I'm like, ooh, but I know that that's sacred. I don't just go around doing that. That's not something that turns me on. I got to get stimulated here first anyway. But, I pray to God to protect me from a lot. So, to anybody who is struggling, I too am still struggling. It's a continuous, just like they say, your journey to wellness and your journey to healing, it's a never-ending thing. When you are dealing with being in spaces where you are trying to be delivered from doing certain stuff, it's a never-ending battle of, I got this, I'm stronger than this, I can do it. And if you happen to be around the same people that are doing stuff, and I know somebody said like, oh, I stay away from stuff like that and I stay away from people like that. Did you know you did your big one? When you could be around the very thing, the very temptation. I'm not just saying go blatantly put yourself there, but there's people who still smoke weed. There's still people who drink and do all that, all the time. But if you could go out, for example, if you go out with your friends and you used to drink heavy, tonight y'all 1 glass of wine and stick to it, or 2 glasses of wine and that's my limit. Don't go 1 glass of wine and then you on the floor. Don't go, and if you are ringing yourself off of weed, because let's just say 1 pull and that's it. That 1 pull, that whole blunt turns to half a blunt, turns into 1 pull down. You just don't crave it no more. But it's a you're gonna have to ask God for forgiveness and repent when you backslide, because it's gonna happen, and that's okay if it happens. You just gotta make sure that you really want to commit to changing your life when you know that And sometimes we get offended when people were like, you might be addicted. It's crazy because I had one therapy session where she told me, and I was like, I had to really sit and think. And she was like, if you were depressed, studies show sometimes, and she was like, weed can make you depressed. It's depressing. And sometimes it will either be good or bad, where I smoke and I just don't feel well. It'll make whatever I'm going through even worse, so I'll just go to sleep, or it'll be a good day and I'm just floating. But still, but I also wanted to prove to myself that you could do this hard thing. You can have the feelings of feeling like, I don't feel good today, I feel sad, and I don't need to go smoke, I don't need to go drink to take it away, because that's what I was doing. And I also needed to get out of the situation that I was in, because it was a thing that was making me do that to the extent I was doing it to. And then I had to heal, so I was doing it after, because I wanted to numb from that. So healing is one of those things where it's scary, but it's possible to overcome. It's not an overnight thing, but I know you can do it, because I'm still on my journey. This is why I'm gentle with people that are still struggling with addiction, because I too was there. If you told me a long time ago, you are addicted to smoking weed, and I would be like, no, I'm not. You can't be addicted to that. Yes, you can. Especially when you're trying to know. So, remember, you can do hard things. You can do hard things. Want to become a part of the Hugo family? Please click subscribe and like. And if you don't know what Hugo means, it's courage over comfort. We're doing the thing that scares us the most. Because I always say on the other side of that is freedom. I love y'all. You can. You got this. I know you got this. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe you can do it. Because if I can do this, you can do it as well. Okay? I want to give you a hug. Because it's hard. I know it's hard. But you'll get it done. Step by little by little. Like I said, take baby steps. Me, I want cold turkey. Do not do that. Because I feel like once you go with cold turkey, you backslide even more. I was getting sick, so I had to. That's the reason why. People be like, oh, I just want cold turkey. No, I had to go cold turkey because I was sick. I was getting sick. So, I love you. You can do hard things. Choosing courage over comfort. And until next time, I love you. Bye.